Before Disneyland, before Mickey Mouse, before the empire that has touched billions of lives, Walt Disney was just another struggling artist. He was fired from a newspaper because, as they told him, he lacked imagination. Can you believe that? The same man who would go on to inspire generations of storytellers and invent a world of magic was once flat-out rejected for not being creative enough. This is the story of Walt Disney, a story about failure, resilience, and the incredible power of believing in yourself when no one else does. Walter Elias Disney was born in 1901 in Chicago, Illinois, and spent his formative years in Missouri. From a very young age, he had a passion for drawing and creating worlds on paper. By the time he was 16, he landed a job as a newspaper artist, which seemed like a dream come true. However, his artistic style was considered too unconventional for the publication. So in 1919, the Kansas City Star fired him for lacking imagination. For most people, a rejection like that, especially so early in a career, would have been a crushing blow. But Walt didn't see it as the end of the road. He was determined to create something much bigger than any newspaper could ever contain. He quickly moved on, joining a commercial art company. It was there he met Ub Iwerks, a fellow artist who would become a key partner in his future ventures. Together, they co-founded Laugh-O-Gram Studios, a small animation company where Walt truly began to experiment with cartoons and the art of storytelling. Even in these early years, Disney faced immense financial struggles. His first company, Laugh-O-Gram, went bankrupt. He was left with no money, no security, and a growing chorus of doubters. But even then, he didn't quit. In 1928, after losing the rights to his first successful character, Oswald the Lucky Rabbit, in a bitter contract dispute, Disney was devastated. He had poured his heart and soul into Oswald only to have it taken away. He could have easily given up right there. Many would have. But on the long, quiet train ride home from that disastrous meeting, a new idea began to form. Instead of wallowing in defeat, he created a new character, a cheerful, optimistic little mouse. That mouse, initially named Mortimer, but later renamed Mickey by Walt's wife, Lillian, would change everything. Mickey made his grand debut in Steamboat Willie, one of the first cartoons with synchronized sound, and it became an instant sensation. Audiences were captivated. This little mouse wasn't just a character, he was a symbol of hope and joy during the tough times of the Great Depression. Disney's boundless creativity, his sheer persistence, and his refusal to accept defeat transformed him from a struggling, bankrupt artist into a true pioneer of animation. Mickey Mouse was more than a cartoon. He was living proof that one fresh, well-executed idea can change your life forever. But success didn't stop with Mickey Mouse. Far from it. Walt Disney went on to create some of the most beloved and groundbreaking animated films of all time. He risked everything to produce Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, the first ever full-length animated feature film, which many in Hollywood dubbed Disney's Folly. It became a massive success. This was followed by classics like Pinocchio, Fantasia, Cinderella, Peter Pan, and Sleeping Beauty. Yet, his biggest dream wasn't just on the screen. It was a tangible place where families could step directly into his imagination. That dream became Disneyland. It opened in 1955, but the journey to get there was filled with obstacles. Critics scoffed at the idea, financial backers were skeptical, and he faced enormous construction challenges. The opening day itself was famously chaotic, but Walt pushed forward with unwavering vision. He built a place where magic was real, a park that completely redefined family entertainment and continues to enchant millions of people from all over the world today. Walt Disney's story is a masterclass in resilience, vision, and courage. He was fired, he went bankrupt, and he was doubted by almost everyone around him at various points in his career. Yet, he never let anyone else's opinion define his future or limit his potential. There are so many lessons we can take from his journey. First, that failure is not the end. It's a necessary stepping stone on the path to success. Each setback taught him something valuable. Second, taking calculated risks and showing relentless persistence are often the only ways to achieve true greatness. He constantly pushed the boundaries of what was thought possible in art and entertainment. And finally, that a single idea, when pursued with unshakable passion and dedication, truly can change the world. As Walt Disney himself famously said, "All our dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them." So the next time you face rejection, the next time someone tells you that your idea is foolish or that you lack what it takes, remember Walt Disney. The man who was told he lacked imagination went on to create a legacy of joy and wonder that continues to inspire millions. Don't let someone else's doubt define your dreams. Believe in yourself, persist through the hardships, and go out and create your own kind of magic. If this story inspired you, please hit that like button, subscribe to our channel for more stories like this, and share it with someone who needs a reminder that their dreams are always worth fighting for. Thanks for watching.